Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ori and the Blind Forest. Last time, we made our way to the Misty Woods, right after finishing up everything in the Sunken Glades, getting the missing 1% in the Moon Grotto, and finishing up both the Blackroot Burrows and the Hollow Grove. The area Hollow Grove actually doesn't show up on the map. In this episode, we'll be going through the Misty Woods. And oh boy, this area. This is honestly not my favorite area in this game, but the atmosphere is amazing, I'll say that much. Before going in here, I kind of recommend that you get as many health upgrades that you can on Ori as possible, because this area is an endurance test. There's not that much energy, not that much health, and this area goes on for quite a while. Got these flowers shooting up fireballs at us. You could just simply bash them away. Seriously, bash is such a good defensive measure. Got some slimes over here, jumping soots. I refreshed my Ori and the Blind Forest enemy vocab. Also last time, we also got a Feather of Kuros after distracting her. Yes, we'll go with that. Sign said it, not me. And basically, we can take advantage of these mortar worms as projectiles in conjunction with Bash. Seriously, Bash is so well utilized. It may be a little bit overutilized, but still, it's such a good mechanic that I don't even care. We got some more kamikaze spitters, mortar worms. Ah, they're just hiding from sight. And we got some key fragments, key fragments. I forgot about the item names. The gimmick of this area is this area changes quite a lot. Like you go through it, and then the way that you go out will not be the same. There's a diving raven over there. We're just gonna use Kuro's Feather a lot as the glider. Just being careful as we go along. We got another key fragment. Now over here, we've already covered 83% of this area. Jeez. And that's an interesting point. I touched on this last episode a little bit, but this area is kind of inaccessible once you finish it. Because it twists and changes, you cannot actually, like, revisit certain areas. And by getting that ability cell right over there, you need the light burst in order to get that. Yep, so, yeah, the mist kind of just, like, changes up this entire area. That's how geography works, right? But, yeah, so... Alright, so we're already at 100% completion. Well done, guys. That was fast. Atsu's torch was lost in this place. If we carried to the shrouded lantern, it might show us the way. So... yeah, a lot of these places just become inaccessible, and every time you hear that wood creaking, the area is going to change a little bit, so it might be worth just taking a look back. But right now, we got all of the non-missable items that we had, and apparently these are all non-missable areas, but for the sake of this Let's Play, let's also do the missable stuff as well. So first off over here, wow, that was a little bit unfortunate. We're going to take a lot of damage over here, so we're going to bash off of that mortar worm's projectile. We're just going to heal a whole bunch. We want to be quick over here. There's going to be mortar worms firing us left and right. There's a secret area over here next to a volatile slime, which grants us some spirit light. Very much appreciated. Okay. Got some more kamikaze spitters over here. Not exactly too much of an issue to deal with. There's spikes nearby. Knock some enemies in there using Stomp or Bash. Here's another little secret area right over here. Got ourselves a little bit of an experience bud. A lot of volatile slimes over here just shooting out. This honestly probably would be a little bit better if I didn't go all gung-ho on these things and actually play a little bit safe with using Ultra Light Burst, but don't mind, right? Right over here, Tree Trunk. More volatile slimes. Jeez, Ultra Light Burst is powerful. I wonder why I don't use it that much. Because it actually is a really good ability. Or it just has so many well-balanced abilities. They're so good and very little actually gets overshadowed, which is very nice. The only downside is that some actually cost energy. Tatsu used to climb mountains high atop Sorrow Pass. When her brother's torch faded, she fell to the mists, where she lost her path. Absorb her lights. You've learned Climb. Honestly, this is probably my least favorite upgrade in this game. It's really just climbing, and we already had, like, strict wall jumps. This just allows us to just, like, traverse as if it was just, like, walking. This does play well with another upgrade later, but it's honestly not my favorite. Now, here's a little gimmick of this area. Whenever you jump, these flowers retract or appear. Jump on this, jump on this, and it's only when you jump from the ground. So, no need to worry about that. Jumping soot. You know what, let's just pop them right into the spikes for that little bit of EXP. Volatile slime. Kamikaze slime. Seriously, I don't really remember all these enemy names. There's so many different variations of slimes. There's a kamikaze beetle, I know that much. So yeah, jump on here, jump on here, jump on here. You need to be jumping off the surface for it to retract. Another kamikaze beetle. So one jump over here, one jump over there. Look for any blue thorns. And those will be the ones that... I didn't kill it. These ones, they just appear based on what platform you were currently last on. Some relatively tricky platforming altogether, but it works. If you have Light Burst, you could skip most of this puzzle, but it isn't even a hard puzzle to begin with. Just gonna stomp on down here. We're gonna get another level up, and why don't we go for Soul Link Efficiency? Halves the cost of Soul Link. This is honestly really good, and we've almost like filled out the entire skill tree. Anyway, it's time for everybody's favorite thing: more insta-kill lasers. This time the insta-kill lasers are being blocked by flowers, so be sure to jump whenever you see one. Now, for those of you who are Eagle Eyes, you'll know that if we jump over here, we're pretty much as good as dead, because we'll be trapped in between a laser and a laser place. So we just fall up here, just glide, jump off of it over here, and we're in the clear. There's a bunch of flowers. Same principle as the other one, although they disappear a lot faster. Going good. Here's a little bit of health if you need it, but it's honestly placed in a little bit of an evil spot. Here we just glide down over here. Just take your time with it. Oh boy. Is there a wall for me to grab off? There is a diving raven. Bash off with him. Little bud for us to bounce off of. Another one, and small little secret area. Bashing off. And over here, here's a little area that you could actually skip relatively... Actually, no. I'm thinking of another area, but... Be careful in this area because there's a pit of spikes underneath, and it's very unlikely that you will actually be able to make it back if you miss it. So, we need to use the mortar worm to our advantage to gain some extra height. You can see that there is a large spirit container over here. Grab this keystone. This will modify the area slightly. Grab onto this small little wall here, and we got some secret large spirit light. Continually bash off of the mortar worm's projectiles. We're going to use Ultra Light Burst to deal a lot of damage to these guys. And here's a little bit of a platforming segment. Admittedly, this is where climb actually does come in handy, because it there isn't that much of a space, so it's actually pretty good for positioning purposes, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not as great as some of the other power-ups in this game. Let's go for charge that. I'm wasting energy over here, but you know what? Whoa, look at that platforming. Whoa, that mortar worm just sniped that jumping soot. Anyway, so we actually, now this is the area that I was talking about that I said that we could skip. And over here, we're just gonna bash off of a series of projectiles. One of my favorite areas is this, and it's too bad it's the area that I like to skip. And that jumping soot just took the full force of that projectile. Hey, and yet again. Over here is an area that I don't particularly care that much for. Basically, it's just a waiting game. Just like wait for the platform just to just show. Bash off that. Ultra Light Burst. Kamikaze Beetle. Make sure you don't get hit by that. Let's take 5 units of health. And over here, we can actually duck underneath here, and there's a small little secret path. Wait a second. I've actually never visited this path before. I wonder... Hang on. This actually might be like a first time for me in this playthrough. Oh, and we're nearly out of health. Come on. This guy is tough! Okay. Is this? Aha! Okay, I've actually never grabbed this spirit light before. First time for everything. I legitimately thought that there was nothing else to this area, but this game proves me wrong. This was supposed to be 100%, and I'm learning things as I'm going along. Anyway, we got all 4 key fragments, unless there's like a secret 5th hidden key fragment, so otherwise I don't know what I do with that. But yeah, that spirit light I grabbed earlier is not required for 100% completion. And we got more of these mortar worms. The best way to go about it is to use Charge Flame and reflect their projectiles back at them for massive damage. And hey, speaking of massive damage, we got our level up burst. The Soul Link is ready. We're gonna open up the Spirit Gate. And here we got the orb. And now we just walk our way back to the entrance where we'll hopefully get the Gumon Seal. Just quickly time your movements to be able to make it just fine. Have sign on standby in case you needed to like deal with any enemies, like so. Of course, you do have limited movement, but this segment isn't too bad. And here we go. Just... Oop. Huh? Oh, there we go. The shrouded lantern. It lifted the haze. Ori, the key to the forlorn ruins. The Gumon Seal has been revealed. We found the Gumon Seal. The element of winds is deep within the forlorn ruins. South of this place. It's not too far from here. I can show you the way. Well, that's a very descriptive location, but it does give us a pointer. So we need to go down from here. And this is basically the entire area. Basically got that little segment where we got the orb that has then been replaced by a few little rooms right over there. That little room in particular is where we got the second keystone, and we got the ability cell. So we're not done with this episode just yet, though. We're gonna make our way over to the Forlorn Ruins and use this key. So, it's a long way down. Geronimo! And over here, we are launched into a whole number of kamikaze spitters. Luckily, even in this area, a few stomps is, well, they are no match for a few of Ori's stomps. The waterfalls are loud. We got a mapstone fragment for our efforts. I swear, Stomp is so good once you have the, once you got it. Oh my goodness, those shockwaves! Oh. Open that lever, and that creates a shortcut for us, that leads over to the, spirit tree. We're seeing, more and more diving ravens. Stomp over here, and we're just gonna make our way down. See, we've got a green wall right over here. If we bash a kamikaze beetle right into it, it will destroy the wall. Found a mapstone fragment. That leaves us at 2. So we actually have a little bit of excess right over here. Use light burst over here. Aim it at the wall. And it will open up the lantern, which will grant us another ability cell. This game has just been... This part of the game just showers you in experience. Oh! We want to lure another kamikaze beetle over here. Time it right. Bash them. Destroy the wall. And there is a map pedestal. As you can see here, where far is... We got another ability cell. What are we going to use it on this time? Got triple jump, ultra defense, and sense. Let's go for ultra split flame, and that means that we now have fully maxed out Sign's, well, Ori's offensive skill tree, but it's mainly just Sign because of what his abilities grant Ori offensively. Kamikaze Beetle. Remember to always be careful around these things. Here we got a new enemy type, or a new slime type, ice slimes. And over here, we got a lever. We can use Light Burst to get over here, but what you're supposed to do if you don't have Stomp available, first off, get rid of this ramming beetle over here. Use the jumping soot. And open up that lever. We've now entered into a very frigid area of the forest. We do see some spirit light over there, but we're actually gonna leave it for now because we'll get it on the way out of this dungeon that is upcoming. Kamikaze Beetle over there, and a nice free little bit of spirit light. We got some water surrounded by ice. And, of course, we could use Light Burst, but if you don't have it, use Kuro's Feather in conjunction with Double Jump, and you should be good to go. Next time on Ori and the Blind Forest, we'll be entering the Forlorn Ruins. See you guys then.